All right, what's happening, everybody? It's going to be a dark video. On my way back to the hotel. Well, Lions fans, are we ever going to distrust Brad Holmes? That is a question you have to seriously ask yourself. Let me try to make this a little better. The man does not deserve to be distrusted. Ever. He just pulled off, again, another major trade. One, I can't believe it happened with Dallas. Two, he jumped up in front of the Green Bay Packers again and grabbed another defensive back. Like, I cannot wait to talk about this tomorrow. I really can. I knew as soon as pick 3 happened that it was going to be March Madness type brackets for everybody's mocks. Nobody expected this tonight. Nobody expected 6 quarterbacks. Nobody expected no defensive players taken off the board in like the top half of the first round. And then Dallas Turner to be the first one. That was expected. And that happened. But you've got to be kidding me. I mean, the Vikings move up twice. They grab J.J. McCarthy. And then they grab Dallas Turner. They took Aaron Daniil Hunter. Right? And they got their quarterback of the future. But the Detroit Lions, man, Brad Holmes, he makes a trade with the most controversial team that we had to deal with last year and pretty much every year, right? The Dallas Cowboys. Now, initially I said I wasn't real happy about the fact that we gave up pick 73 just to move up a few spots. What essentially was, 5 spots. I guess it's not terrible. It's just when you are limited in picks in the top 100, and I guess we've been kind of blessed, the last couple of seasons, having so many picks early and so many picks often in the top 100, you kind of get used to it. And I'm sure when I have a chance to really evaluate all of the picks, the Vikings got absolutely fleeced. And there's a reason why, and I'll go over more of it tomorrow night. But when all of the defensive players were pushed, that gave any team that wanted to trade up right there, the trading team, the team that you're moving up to trade with, the opportunity to really take advantage of you. Because being the team that grabs the first or the second defensive player off the board, there's a big price paid for that pick. And that's exactly what happened to the Vikings. That's why they paid through the nose. What they move? 23-17 or something like that? I think is where they moved. And it makes sense. It makes sense why they got fleeced. It doesn't make sense when, you have a couple of defensive players come off the board and you're at pick, 24, trading from 29 to 24. That is never a trade that would cost a ton. 4th round pick, probably. But a 3rd round pick, we just didn't have one. Maybe Brad could have done something about, moving around a little bit, making something else happen. But overall, it's a great pick. It's a great trade. Even though I'm not happy about pick 73 being gone, at least it wasn't pick 61. And we just secured our corner for the future. Whether it was Kool-Aid Quinion or TERRION Arnold, I think the majority of us are happy and super excited about the fact that we now have our cornerback of the future. And he doesn't have to come in and put feet to fire. He does not have to come in and be the day one starter. How's my volume? Because obviously I'm doing this from my phone. That's what I love about this pick, is that TERRION Arnold, again, another Alabama guy, joining what is essentially an Alabama team all the way around. You got Alabama, kids everywhere on this team that all know each other. TERRION and Arnold had a chance to play with Jameson Williams. So I believe that, there's some history there that Brad Holmes potentially, went to Jameson and said, hey, how did he cover you? How did he handle you? Same thing, Brian Branch had the same opportunity. Brian Branch had an opportunity to go up against Jameson Williams. And to have that ability to go to your players that are on your team right now and say, yeah, he does this well, he doesn't do this well. Question him on that, question him on this. Whether that really happens or not, we don't really know. But there's been conversations around the NFL in the past that general managers do that with their players that know each other, that have played together. It's just part of the process. We just don't know if it happened with Brad Holmes or not. But I can almost bet that some of those conversations do happen. I can't really read, much of your guys' messages or anything right now. I can't see what Bob said, but he's got to drive too. At the end of the day, look, Brad Holmes is looking for quality players that can step in day one. He can step in day one, but he doesn't have to. We have Carlton Davis there and Amik Robertson. I've always said that Amik is the slot guy. I think that gives Brian Branch an opportunity to slide back to safety now more than ever. But at the end of the day, Lions now have a true number one corner that doesn't have to be a number one corner for the first season. Carlton Davis is locked down for the first season. And that gives TERRION Arnold a good mentor, a good leader in front of him, and somebody that he can learn from. So I think that's the best way to do it. Just like quarterbacks, right? I mean, the whole thing with the Falcons and drafting a quarterback today and Kirk Cousins not knowing about it, do I think that he's going to jump Cousins? No. Do I think that there's going to be some camp competition? Absolutely. Do I also believe that, maybe they're a little bit nervous about Kirk Cousins being able to come back after this injury and what he's going to look like? Probably. I mean, I think that's fair, right? It's a fair assumption to have. But for that reason, I guess where I'm going with it is that gives, who was it, Penix or Nix? I can't remember now. Was it Penix? It gives either one, whatever one it was, it gives them an opportunity to grow for a season or two before they really have to do anything in the league. So, solid pick. Pick 61, that's where we're headed next. Is Brad Holmes going to stay there? I don't know. I think that he's going to want to get that pick 73 back somehow. I see more trades in the future. I think that we're going to probably try to move up. It would suck to see Darius Robinson go there at the end, or just a couple of picks after TERRION. I think that he's somebody that the Lions like, but at the end of the day, they also like Marshawn Nealon. And he's probably going to be there in the late 40s, early 50s. If he slips much further than that, he could end up a Lion. But this might have answered a question, right? That question is, does Brad Holmes already feel that he has his day one starters on the right side? Are they trusting in Davenport for this season? That answer may be yes. I can bet without even watching. I think Derek did a stream tonight. Did he have a meltdown? Can anybody tell me? Because he really upset about the pick, because that's what he always told me, is that if we didn't take an edge right away, that he was obviously going to be pissed off about it. He's been wanting an edge, and we do need an edge at some point. But I think that this solidifies the bigger need. We were terrible against the pass last year. And there's two ways to fix it, right? An extremely good defensive line or an extremely good backfield. And the defensive backfield was more important. The defensive line should be much better now that we have DJ Reader and Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson should be able to, have some more success, and whoever's on the right side should be able to have some more success as well. So I'm excited about it. I just wanted to jump in for a minute and say what's up to everybody. Look, we had an excellent time. Lions did a wonderful job. We were on the field. You know, they had the stadium all decked out, big stage. At the end there, we were being photographed by the facility, the team. So hopefully there's a lot of good pictures for us that we'll be able to see on the website. But excellent job. Detroit rocked it out, broke another record. Biggest first day draft party ever. I think it was like 275,000 people in Detroit, and I didn't even get a chance to go down, so I'm going to go down tomorrow, because by the time we were getting ready to go down, it was like 5, and they already shut it down. They already closed it up, so we couldn't leave, or at least it didn't make sense to. So I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow night we're going to do our day 2 stream. I'm going to hang out downtown for a little bit, get some of the action in downtown, and then I'm going to head back and we'll be ready to go by the start of the second round. So anyway, appreciate you guys jumping in tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about tomorrow. Who are the Lions going to focus on? I know I got a few picks right tonight, all over the first round, but this was a draft, like I said from the very beginning, that made 0 sense, and I went wild in my mock this year, and I thought it was pretty nuts that Peter Schrager had the same exact mock this morning, and so did Mike Florio and Chris Sims, with my wild trades of Daniel Jones to the Patriots, and the Lions moving to 21. Well, they moved up like I projected. I was just off by a few spots, and we didn't get Jared Verse because the Rams decided to take Jared Verse. Great pick by the Rams. They're going to be extremely happy with that. Jared Verse is going to be an animal in this league. So we'll see tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Brad Holmes isn't done cooking. This guy gets what he wants. I think he's said that time and time again. He's going to get what he wants and who fits this team. So rock on, Lions. Excellent job, Brad Holmes. Super excited. Congratulations, TERRION and Arnold. Can't wait to see you in. And by the way, awesome news today. I've got a one-on-one scheduled with the one and only Penei Sewell. I'll be visiting mid-May at a signing where I'll be able to ask him some questions, get some pictures with him. So I'm super excited about that. And I can't wait, man. Can't wait. I'm going to look tiny against this dude, but I think everybody does. I'm more inclined to know what's in this man's brain, and as long as I can get a couple questions in, I think that'll be great. We'll probably won't be able to do it live, obviously for their reasons, but we should be able to do some recordings and film it. So, all right, you guys take care. I'll see you all tomorrow, and go Lions, man. Go One Pride. Take care. Bye-bye.